Essentialism. How many of you have read Essentialism? Read it. I mean, track coaches could probably get done with it in a week, 4 days. Football coaches probably a month or two. I love this, the disciplined pursuit of less. Once again, that's not a weight room thing, right? The weight room is the undisciplined pursuit of more. I've never said that before, but I like that, the undisciplined pursuit of more. The Pareto principle, 20% of our stuff has a disproportionate amount of good, okay? Here, I mean, everybody kind of likes this, but no, I love my favorite question. What's your 20%? What stuff do you know that just works? And then my next question is, why isn't 40%? Well, why don't you go big on that stuff? And then, when you're done with that 40%, go home after a short practice. Good for the soul. I believe that if we try to get everything done, like go in every direction, we end up nowhere. But if this is the way I see speed. We pursue speed with everything in our body, in our soul, in our mind. Everything's about speed. We amplify what gets done by simplifying as well. Simplification is a key thing in Feed the Cats. We do not want to be complex. Now, if you want to be if you want to work for Altus, you've got to be like Aristotle. You got to be complex. You got to read philosophy and stuff. And I'm just a high school coach. How do you train a cat? You sprint as fast as possible, as often as possible, staying as fresh as possible. I actually stole this from a book, one of the weirdest freaking books I've ever read. Squat every day. So I'm a Renaissance man. I'm willing to hate squatting, but read a book on squats. And so what this guy said was, you need to squat as heavy as possible, as often as possible, staying as fresh as possible. And I said, I'm stealing that. And just change, yeah. So what does sprint as fast as possible means? That means you're spiked up. That means you're getting timed. That means record, rank, and publish. All 5 of those things. Now, you say, well, we can't wear spikes indoors. Okay, try to do 4 out of the 5 right. Next best thing. Often as possible is probably 2 or 3 days a week. Oh, by the way, if you're slow as shit, you can just go every day. 8-year-old kids, sprint every day. You're not worried about their CNS. But if you got a 1031 guy, don't sprint every day. Only surefire ways to increase speed, sprint mechanics, max speed sprinting, and jumping. What's missing? Weights? Yeah, I'm not a big weight guy. However, I'm evolving because you never know when somebody steps into your life. 10 years ago, Chris Corfus stepped into my life. 6 weeks ago, Brian Kula stepped into my life. The trainer of McCaffrey, you'll see him tomorrow. And 3.5 is deadlift. Okay? I'll let him talk about that. This is the way, go ahead and click it. This is the way I see my sprint training. Sprint training is like the post, and we are just going to keep pounding the freaking post over and over. We're going to be relentless in our pursuit of speed. From day one to the last day. But the average coach is like, we're going to do planks. Where'd that get started? We're going to do speed endurance 2, speed endurance 1. We're going to do acceleration. We're going to lift weights. That's not pounding the post. That's going in every direction. And you physics people, and there's nobody out here. Vectors that go in every direction end up going nowhere. Essentialism is not about how to get more things done. It's about getting the right things done. That's easy to say. Everybody goes, yeah. But what are the right things? By the way, one of my talks, my next talk, in here I think, will be on programming, this is more like how to cook. The next one's going to be on programming. Everybody wants a damn recipe, And that's going to be more recipe-like. College coaches sit around and make complicated graphs to make them look like they deserve to be above high school coaches. I say you need to do less and achieve more. Another poster, I love this. I love the Dodgers this year. Broke every franchise hitting record. You know what they did? Their secret sauce? Limited batting cage. What happens when you take 50 swings instead of 300? Focus, intent. It's basically, anytime you limit your amount, you will improve the intensity of that work. It's kind of like, would you rather have 50 good swings or 300 half-ass swings? Yep, that's feed the cats. There's my graph. I don't have much time as Gary Winkler. Simple. Okay, we try to go as far as we can in the same direction. What direction is that? Speed. In college, my college coach read something that said that distance running was good for the hamstrings. So he sent us out on 6-mile runs, sprinters. 6-mile runs on Mondays. Damn, he was smart. None of us ever injured a hamstring because we're so damn slow that, you understand? So I see that, we're going to do a 6-miler and then the next day do a speed workout. That's like opposite directions. We want to go in the same direction at all times. Let's talk about dopamine. I wrote an article about this, basically saying that y'all in Texas and California and Florida and Georgia, y'all think you're so damn good at coaching. It's all about the sunshine. I'm sick and tired of your cocky asses. Your overconfidence in your ability to coach sprinters. Yeah, sure, you got 90 of the top 100 sprinters are in the sunshine states. But part of that is the fact that sunshine allows us to run faster. We all have this drug in us called, not a drug, it's a chemical, called dopamine. High dopamine allows for an excitatory effect on motor neurons. You literally can move your arms and legs faster. I take pictures at meets, and Marcellus had an excitatory effect on the guy holding his blocks as well. That's one of my favorite pictures. It was fun traveling around with Marcellus. High dopamine also leads to a reckless confidence, like I talked about with gambling and stuff. By the way, high dopamine levels, everybody that's an addicted gambler has high dopamine levels. They all have a reckless confidence. They can't help it. It's like a drug inside of them. But for sprinters, that reckless confidence is wonderful. You know what distance coaches do to sprinters with their reckless confidence? Try to tamp them down. Like, don't be so cocky. Hell no. You want that sprinter to walk tall all the time. So, how do you increase dopamine? I spoke in Minnesota yesterday. I just said, you're screwed. Sunshine is the key. Sunshine on your torso. Sunshine in your eyeballs. Marcellus had the biggest breakout that he ever had 2 days after a cruise. Sunshine, baby. Practice is overrated. Sunshine is underrated. Now in the north, this is about all we got. Sleep. Not one coach ever told me that 8 hours of sleep would make me faster than 7 hours. You need to tell your kids that all the time. When my kids say, Coach, we time. We constantly record, rank, publish, and timing kids all the time. And if they hit those plateaus, Coach, what's wrong? I said, how's your sleep? It always works. Nobody sleeps well. Nobody. Especially in my school, they have to get up at 7. They are in class at 7:05. Not zero, the first period at 7:05. We don't give a shit about kids in schools. We cram curriculum down their throat. The schedule does not fit with their circadian rhythms. And I can defend public schools, and I can also say, yeah. Here's the other thing. Winning begets winning. Winning is not easy with all kids because most of your kids will never win a race. But you can set them up in practice for wins. You can time them solo so they never lose. It's awesome. You can also record, rank, and publish everything they do, where they will, every kid, when they cross my free lap sensor, FX transmitter, what are the cones called, Christopher? TX juniors. Okay, when they cross that, the yellow cone. When they cross that cone, they will either celebrate or cuss. That's when you know you got them. They care. So every win, a win for us can actually start first thing in the morning, make your bed. Every time you check something off, you get a little shot of dopamine. We are wired to get things done.